When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Texas's offense comes onto the field first today. I know Bo Nix has the single-season completion record, but this guy may make a run for it if he has many more games like the last one, David.
It was crazy. I mean, it was interesting to watch, man. Just in a rhythm, not fooled, like just so confident, knew his answers to the test before the questions were even asked. And defensively, that presents a huge challenge. And Jesse, how do you want to attack it? Because something has...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Past the 20, the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Kentucky's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the right. Man, did he have a read on that one and almost had the pick. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Finding themselves down 7-0 mid-11. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Manning. Throwing right. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Texas.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Hand off from the gun. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Moves around to clear up the vision. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you can't just drop back and throw it every single play. There's nothing going on that last run. They're going to have...
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy. You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He'll take it on the return. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Manning. throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Now facing a third and long. Fires to the right. Hits the open man. Breaks into the open. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Talk about having a day. We're not even done the first quarter yet. This receiver already has over 100 yards. Look out.
Wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
On the move from inside his own 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Bolden. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds a tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Kentucky will be forced to punt. A high kick trying to pin them deep. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Dumps it to the back. Zings it complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Let's it fly. 6 right there.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big...
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Turning it on. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Got it behind the line. It's Law. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. They'll run the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Kentucky right back to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Lost a throw on first down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays, exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Well, that DB basically could have just ran that route for the wide receiver. He was all over him. There was no shot that receiver was going to be able to make that play. Beautiful job by the defensive back.
He's got it. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Baxter. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Back to pass, it's Manning. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. The offense will quickly use a timeout. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Here's the give off the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the ground with the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Old Commonwealth Stadium and Kroger Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Looking to pass. It's Bowling. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Here comes the Texas offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to...
There he goes! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for space, it's Baxter. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Going for 6. Touchdown Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's caught. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
from the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fitted in the window for the score. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. takes the handoff. It's Patterson. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us, because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Wants to throw. It's Manning. Here comes the heat. Crosses the and into the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation, and they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Finds a little space. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The run to the left. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Wilcox. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Here's the handoff. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot...
Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. And great job in the base defense making a play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll start this drive going to the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Punts it out of the air. And that is how we will wrap this one up. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas offense will go on the attack first. And guys, as this year has gone on, it has become harder and harder to ignore the excellence that this quarterback is putting out there each and every week.
Well, the secret's out now. And I think at the start of the year, everybody knew this guy was talented. They wanted to see if he could be consistent, though. And David, he's been that through the first half of the season. So now he's got the target on his back. He's got to elevate his play because everybody knows he's what makes this offense go.
But he's got to do it when it matters most. And that's when we start talking about winning conference championships at the end of the year, getting into the playoffs. So great start, great middle. How he finishes will determine whether he's going to be at that Heisman ceremony.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Manning. Makes the grab. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's Moore. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Longhorns will have it first and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Mississippi State's offense will get the ball for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance, just dynamic. Great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Touchdown Longhorns! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll go to the ground. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team of the country midway through the year, David, but there are
open field on the right. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throws to the wideout. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been